Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one. Between the Cleveland Browns and the Oakland Raiders. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Mayfield on first down. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch 85. No. Check. Patriot.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Watch him now, Barney. Double tight. Even. 4 down.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Finding room inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line.
Set! 319! 319! Gone! 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Detroit!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That's what I do. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Over.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's got it open. Man, he completes it to Callaway. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Detroit!
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
There we go, D. That's the way to
Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
On second down, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And all the way down to the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Tight end right. Hey, we got.
He's going to get it running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
4 down.
Hey, go Mike 40.
Now they try the right side here. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal.
Brandon, this is why I'm really glad I'm sitting up here next to you. It's awfully tempting to go for it right here, isn't it? But it's been a great drive. On the road, you've got to come away with at least 3 points. Kick the field goal.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me, partner.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
On first down, Green under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Joe Schobert coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, but they face a second and long to start things out.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
To throw is Green. From the gun, he'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Check 83, ball's going to 83.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
It's a party now.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Hold the look, hold. Check, check, check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
7.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw is Green, operating from the gun. He'll air it out deep for touch. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Coleman. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
57, Mike, 57.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Green going underneath. It's Coleman. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit!
Green down. Throwing on fourth down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. First and 10 right at the 20.
Patriot! Patriot!
Coleman now. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll go on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
We got 4. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
Gun.
Let's go, G.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. He's coming.
Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 81 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just a go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
Gets around him. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
Double tight.
3 down.
Watch 40.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Leopard.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Leopard.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Coleman. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Double tight. Detroit!
Here's Coleman. Finding some room at midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
And they'll run it here. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, baby! Woo!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Tight down. There you go.
From the gun, Green. His throw caught at about the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They are really...
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy
Watch
here.
it now, Barney. Now let's go. 319. 319. Over.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. A second nice move, a spin. A big play that time for Cleveland. 62 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Motion, motion.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Tight end. 4 down, 4 down. Alert.
Here we go now. Green 39, Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
You. Detroit.
Check 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12.
Leopard.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Lucky 56.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And here's Green, looking to throw on second down. He sets to fire deep. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
Watch blood. Motion. Pop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Leopard. Detroit.
57.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey,
Detroit.
you don't want it.
Leopard.
Check the backer.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Detroit.
Now Green. A final shot before break. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They begin the drive with Coleman. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney.
They will run again with Coleman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Ball back for the offense. Let's go. Kill.
Detroit.
Jam him.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Detroit.
Double tight.
Watch him now, Barney.
Hey.
Green, off play action. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Flush to his right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Hey, check Mike 39.
Alert flow, alert flow, alert flow.
On second down, Mayfield again, eluding the pressure right. It got his man complete. And that one results in 35 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3-19. Gone, 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 gone.
Eyes up, eyes up, eyes up.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield, escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3-19. Over.
I got it.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gone. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. As his guys are in for 6, and the Raiders add on to their lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they have been dominant in this one. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Flushed out right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Check right, 39. Defense wins championships, baby.
Mayfield off the play fake, rolling to his right. And he fires one incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit. Detroit.
Third and long for Mayfield. Flush to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ball's going 85. Watch 85.
Gun.
On fourth down, they snap it to Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, first and goal.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal.
Odd on. 5 down.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
Leopard. Leopard.
Situation. Let's go.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First down, Mayfield. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, boys, we got four down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
To throw, Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there at 22. Here's Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. In for the score. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Now for the point after. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will shave one more off this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Now they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
57.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Now Green off the play fake. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Myles Garrett in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Raiders on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Wide. Get wide.
Over.
Check. Fresno.
Green down. From the gun, he'll throw.
Joker.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And the Browns getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Watch the curl.
From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Double tight. Double tight. Hey, guys, check me out.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Jaron Reed breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Eluding the... And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Hassan Reddick in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Tevin Coleman saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the silver and black continue to roll. Elliott now to add the extra point. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Touchdown City, baby. Touchdown City.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
319. 319.
Mike's 43.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They can't hang with us.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Throwing, Mayfield, escaping the pressure right. That's taken in by Callaway. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Mayfield now from the 50. They'll roll him out right. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
You got three down, 3
Now Mayfield. Flushed out right. A strong running. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Motion, motion.
Mayfield now. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A nice pickup there, 19 yards, and they're set up better for 3rd. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Gun, 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 gun.
I see 40,
Hot.
47.
Gun, 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 gun.
Jack 31, Jack 31.
Mayfield being chased out left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Gun, 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 gun. Gun, 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 gun.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Gun, 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 gun.
Motion, motion.
2nd down, Mayfield. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Gun, gun.
We got 4.
Gun, 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 gun.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
Mayfield to throw it, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Hassan Reddick in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line is probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch 13. 13's crossing. Check 13. Single.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Right back to him on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tight. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mike 57.
Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
It's our time.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
You got him. You got him. Oh, yeah.
Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this.
Single. Watch 48. Watch.
Leopard. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
And here's Green to throw on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
No. Check that. We're going Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Watch the curl. Watch twist.
Detroit.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Gun.
Green on third down. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Taco Charlton coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now with the play clock almost gone, Sean McDermott's going to call for a timeout as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Three down. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they take a knee. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Hey, we got three down. All right, here we go. Boom.
And they will take a knee here. So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.